Tohle je 9 rad od nejznámějších traderů ze světa, který dohromady měli více jak 50 milionů korun v payoutech. Ahoj tradeři, doufám, že se všichni máte naprosto skvěle. Moje jméno je Jan Schreier a v dnešním díle se podíváme na top 3 rady od top 3 pro firm traderů ze světa. Tohle je ultimátní rozhovor, který jsem udělal s Paladinem, Camel Trading a Snowmanem Iqbalem, což jsou známí tradeři na anglické scéně, kteří dokázali získat miliony dolarů ve fundovaném kapitálu. Já jsem nesmírně rád za to, že mám možnost tuhle obrovskou hodnotu přenést do Česka a na Slovensko a ukázat vám, že ne všechno se musí dělat tak, jak vidíte tady na české scéně. Tohle video bude nabitý informacema od top lidí z industry a věřím, že vás neskutečně posune. Pojďme si udělat rychlý intro ohledně traderů, který dneska máme ve videu. Začneme Paladinem, což je 23letý trader, který má více jak 1,5 milionu dolarů ve svém fundovaném kapitálu. Udělal rozhovor s legendárním ICT a vede kanál nazvaný Paladin, který má více jak 111 000 subscriberů. Jako druhý trader je Camel, který pochází z Portugalska, ale momentálně žije v Dubaji a má kanál s více jak 76 000 subscriberama na YouTube a učí stovky traderů, jak získat pro firm kapitál v roce 2024. A jako poslední je Nejlepších Iqbal, který byl zabanovaný většinou hlavních profirem, protože měl velmi agresivní přístup a obrovskou návratnost a byl schopný na payoutech získat víc jak 1 milion dolarů. Tohle jsou lidi, kteří mají obrovskou zkušenost, skvělý track record a momentálně tohle know-how předali ve 3 krocích sem do České a Slovenské republiky. Tradeři, ještě předtím, než se dostaneme na ty hlavní tipy, tak bych si moc vážil toho, pokud dáte like a subscribe na náš kanál, protože věřím, že vás tohle neskutečně posune. A pokud vás zajímá celá nesestříhaná verze, tak tu najdete v našem projektu Funded Mind, kde denně pomáháme desítkám obchodníkům k tomu stát se fundovanými v roce 2024. Naše dlouhodobá mise a vize je vytvořit 500 fundovaných traderů za ten rok a změnit povědomí o tradingu v Česku. A tohle jsou výsledky našich studentů, kde máme více jak 150 fundovaných traderů. Pokud se chcete stát fundovaným traderem v roce 2024, tak tohle je ideální místo na to, kde začít. Pojďme začít Paladinem, což je 23letý trader z Miami. So Paladin, I want to ask you about the free top recommendations for all traders that are willing to start their pro firm career. What is like the free general tips that you would have?
So I did not come prepared for this, but out of the top of my head, the first thing I would recommend is to understand that this is a long-term game. So you're not going to get a challenge in 1 week. You're not going to get funded in 1 week. You're not going to get a big payout in 1 week. This is something that requires months of planning, years of planning. So the whole goal with prop firms is you want to build your capital. So once you have a good amount of capital, if you risk 1% on it, it should cover it should be a good amount, right? So for example, you're starting off with a 50K, 100K, aim for 1% a month, take that 1%, invest it into other challenges, and slowly grow it to 500K, a million, and then from a million, if you're aiming for 1% a month, that's $10,000 a month, which is crazy. To go over it all again, number 1, build your capital. Number 2, think long-term, stop gambling. And then number 3 is...
Paladin měl skvělý rady, který se častokrát shodují s druhým hostem, což je Camel z Portugalska, který momentálně žije v Dubaji. Pojďme se na to podívat. So Camel, just to quickly introduce you. You've been able to pass multiple prop firm accounts, multiple challenges done. Now you started trading futures, I saw. And I would like to know what are the biggest tips, 3 biggest tips for people that are starting out with prop firms. Just like some things, some key takeaways that really helped you to get onto a level where you are today.
Yeah, it's very funny because that's one of the questions that I get the most, which is how can I pass a prop firm challenge? And to me, like, people have to understand that that question is always a little bit backwards, because for everyone that is watching right now, the number 1 focus has to be, how can I become a profitable trader? That has to be number 1. And then that doesn't come with 1 or 2 months worth of experience. I don't know how far this is into the course, but if you've just started watching the course, don't think that now you are going to be profitable, because even though you've been taught the technicals, you also have to be able to apply it in the live market, and more and more and more. And so the first thing that I would say is that for the first couple of months, apply it on a small live account, not financial advice, obviously, or simply a demo account. So start applying what you've learned in this course actually on a live account in live market conditions, because that's when you will start feeling the emotions. That's when you are going to start handling the drawdowns, the profits. That's where you're going to be overconfident, underconfident when you are in drawdown. So there's a lot of things that the live market is going to teach you that just a simple course does not teach. And so first, number one tip is that make sure that the most important thing is you being profitable. If you're not profitable, don't go for prop firm challenges, because that's exactly what they want. They want the unprofitable traders to go there and actually try to get funded, then get emotional and won't be able to, right? So understand that the statistics with prop firms is that you are probably not going to be profitable. And so if you want to be in the small percentage of people that do, then just don't do what the 90% of people that go for prop firms do, which is gamble it. So that is number one, which is learn a strategy and actually apply it live for a reasonable amount of time. If you are profitable for a month, that is not enough. Understand that that's not enough, because there's so many things that are going to play with you when you are doing the challenge that, again, you have to be very careful. Second one is going for a prop firm challenge that is comfortable to you. So, for example, I have a concept that I call my comfort number.
A jako posledního tady máme Nomana Iqbala, který měl velmi agresivní přístup, který já sám znám, vím, jak ho používá, a tenhle ten přístup budu sdílet v zdarma knížce, kterou začneme posílat na konci května všem fundovaným traderům. Tohle jsou budou top secret informace na to, jak v roce 2024 porazit prop firm systém. Alright, Noman, so to introduce you to our traders, I would say a lot of them know you actually, but for those that don't, you are someone who got banned on multiple prop firms because you are basically too good. You got over $1 million in payouts, right?
Yeah, definitely.
That's awesome. So,
Yeah.
can you share like 3 biggest advices for traders that are just starting out with prop firms? Just like 3 key main things for you that helped you in becoming such a good prop firm trader?
So, I would speak for the whole Forex thing, not only for the prop firms. So when you're starting the Forex thing, I think first 2 or 3 years must be all about your education, how you put your education, So you have to take education from every side. Doesn't matter if it's like, if it's benefiting you or if it's not. Okay, but you have to gain knowledge from everywhere. And then after some time, like 1 or 2 years, you start, understanding the market, you start understanding everything. And all these information, you have to align them as your requirement. Okay, so if something is working for me and it won't work for you, okay, so that's how it works. If you have all the knowledge, so first 2-3 years, just just put yourself to understand everything, gather knowledge from everywhere, every source, then analyze that data and set that data according to your requirement and make a profitable system with that. So that's my first advice. The second one is avoid overthinking. So by that means positive overthinking as well and negative. Let's say you are in a trade and you have those profits running. Now you can think like, these are your own profits and you are not ready to lose them. Okay, so it's kind of a overthinking as well. And if you're thinking like, you are missing everything, everyone is going, really successful and you are here, you are not getting any success, because of on every social media you see everyone is successful, right? So you have to avoid this thing. You have to avoid overthinking in every, you have to be patient. You have to go with your own things. You should see everyone, but you shouldn't think that that shouldn't affect your mind. So you have to make yourself like this. Just avoid overthinking. And the most important one is patience. Okay, so the most important thing is in trading for me is patience. Like you have to make yourself someone who doesn't get affected by what is the outcome of the trade. If you enter in a trade, that's obvious, and you don't have to change your mind. You don't have to cry after the loss, because if you are putting a lot of risk of your money in one trade, that would affect you. So it's eventually it leads.
Tradeři, tohle je všechno k dnešnímu videu. Moc díky za váš čas. Doufám, že vás to posunulo a že vám to nějak pomohlo. Moje jméno je Jan Schreier a pokud chcete vidět více videí o tom, jak se stát profitabilním prop-firm traderem v roce 2024, tak začněte odebírat náš kanál. A pokud se chcete stát členem Funded Mind, tak momentálně je náš kurz uzavřený, protože jsme nabrali více členů, než jsme očekávali a v tuhle chvíli chceme doručit 100% produkt a 100% výsledek pro naší komunitu. Nebojte se, v následujících týdnech nebo měsících budeme znova otevírat kapacitu, takže pokud se chcete připojit, buďte patient a do té doby se podívejte na moje zdarma videa, které jsou taky nabitý hodnotou a které vám možná pomůžou k tomu rozhodnout se, jestli Funded Mind je či není pro vás. Pokud se náhodou stanete členem Funded Mind, zbyde na vás místo, tak nabízíme 14-denní garanci vrácení peněz. Tudíž pokud po 14 dnech zjistíte, že vám ten kurz zatím nic nedal a nikam vás neposunul a je to další trading scam, tak vám vrátíme peníze, takže je to naprosto bez rizika. Tohle je všechno k dnešnímu videu, díky moc za váš čas a vidíme se příště.